Hi, and welcome to week 2. So in week 2, we're going to do chapter 3. There's the PowerPoints, and there's the Applia/MindTap assignments, and exercises, and flashcards, and resources. There's chapter 4, and all the Applia/MindTap assignments, quizzes, and resources. And then down here is your discussion board, which of course your first response, your initial thread is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. and the two responses to two different students is due Saturday by 11:59. Don't forget your first response has a minimum of 100 words, and each of the 2 second replies to your fellow students, your classmates, as 50 words each, minimum. So, and then your week 2 assignment, as far as your textbook assignment, is due Saturday 11:59 as well. And then you would just click that. It has to be done in a Word document, don't forget. And then you would upload it here. Okay. And that's worth 40 points. Okay, so let's start out then by going to our PowerPoints. So you would click on this and then click on Chapter 3 PowerPoints, but I already have it ready for us. And so here we are, Organizing and Drafting Business Messages, Chapter 3. Okay. First learning outcome is conduct formal and informal research as you apply phase 2 of the 3x3 writing process. Okay. So informal research methods, search the company's digital and other files, social media, anything like that. Talk with the boss if you can, the person who's interviewing or a supervisor. Interview the target audience and then conduct an informal survey. Okay, those are just different things that you can do some informal research on it. Oh, and I need to get rid of these. I have no idea what that is. There we go. Okay. And then go down to this one, and there's your learning outcome 2, organize information into strategic relationships. Okay, so you have all these different groups with similar ideas, and you organize it into lists or outlines where it makes sense to you. Okay, and then efficient outlining could be by topic, define the main topic, then divide into main topic into 3 to 5 major components, and then break major components into exclusive subpoints, and then use details, illustrates, and evidence to subpoints. So you're basically making a huge pyramid or a triangle, with the topic being at the top, and then the illustrations being at the bottom, and then these are the two middle. Okay, and then I can there we go. Learning outcome number 3 is compose the first draft of a message using a variety of sentence types while avoiding sentence fragments, run-on sentence outcomes, run-on sentences, and comma splices. So you'd want to use different length sentences, different words. Be very careful not to use the word and very often. Try to do it without using the word and at all, or once with the entire document. Simple sentence, one independent clause. She needs a job. Very simple sentence, right? Compound sentence, 2 independent clauses. She needs a job and she must expand her skill set. So that's what you would have to do in order to get a job in something where you do not have the necessary experience or skills that the job is requiring. And it could be something as simple as right now I just received an email that we have a mechanic position available, and one of the preferred skills is a CDL truck driver's license. It's not required, but it's preferred. So if you have it, you would be looked at more favorably than someone who doesn't, all else being equal. Okay? Achieve a variety with 4 sentences, complex sentences, 1 independent and 1 dependent clause. Because she needs a job, she must expand her skill set. Compound complex. Because she needs a job, she must expand her skill sets. However, she also must begin networking to do a combination of 2 things at the same time. Okay. Then learning outcome number 4, emphasize important ideas, employ the active and passive voice strategically, build parallelisms, and prevent dangling and misplaced modifiers. Developing emphasis, emphasize important ideas by using vivid and specific words. General, she has a new device. Vivid, Lisa loves her new iPad. General, that skyscraper's tall. Specific, excuse me, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai is 2,723 feet tall. Michael Lee called this morning and said he would call again at 4 p.m. Okay. So those would be the differences. Using active and passive voice effectively, use passive voice verbs to de-emphasize the performer or to be tactful. Tact is always appreciated. Learning outcome 5, draft well-organized paragraphs that incorporate topic sentences, support sentences, and traditional expressions to build coherence. Topic sentence tells the reader what to expect. Support sentence illustrates, explains, and strengthens the topic sentence. Topic sentence explains central thought. Support sentence provides details and evidence. To build paragraphs of cohesive link ideas with one of these techniques. Sustain the key idea by repeating a key expression or similar word throughout a paragraph. Dovetail sentences by connecting the beginning of each sentence with a word from the end of the previous sentence. And the pronoun in one sentence refer to the noun in the previous sentence. You don't want to use any one of these over and over and over again. You'd want to use them intermittently and not repetitively. Okay. And controlling paragraph length, compose short paragraphs. Paragraphs with 8 or fewer printed lines are most readable. You know how you get if you get a text or an email that has line after line after line after line, how many lines are you going to read before you just either delete it or close it? So be the reader on that side and see how many you actually want to read at one time, and be sure to make it that short. Okay. And then chapter 4. Revising business messages. So learning outcome 1, make messages more concise by rejecting flabby expressions, long lead-ins. There is, are, and it is, was fillers, redundancies, and empty words, as well as condensing for short social media posts. Okay? Business communication is not literature, so it should not be flowery and long. It doesn't mean you can't use some descriptors when it's important for the other person to understand or to picture what you're saying. But again, there's only so much time given for each email or memo or letter that the person's going to read. Okay, so take time to revise, applying phase 3 in writing process, pre-writing, drafting, revising. I'd also suggest reading it out loud to see if it actually makes sense. I've written the assignments over and over and over. This is my 4th time teaching the class, and I've rewritten the Blackboard outline and the assignments and the syllabus probably 6 or 7 times, and I still find mistakes in it. So be very careful. Read it out loud. Have someone else read it and see if it makes sense to them, if they see any blatant errors or anything like that. Reject redundancies. Wordy versus concise. In the case of General Motors, the car company was reorganized. General Motors was reorganized. Very simple, concise, gets to the point without being wordy. Okay, learning outcome number 2, enhance clarity in business messages by keeping the ideas simple, dumping trite business phrases, cutting cliches, shunning slang and buzzwords, rescuing buried verbs, restraining exuberance, and choosing precise words. So wordy, it would not be inadvisable for you to affix your signature at this point in time. You should sign now. Okay? So this side sounds like an attorney. This side sounds like someone who is in a hurry to get it done and leave. Okay? Learning outcome 3, improve readability by applying effective document design, including the strategic use of white space, margins, typeface, fonts, numbered, and bullets listed in headings. Okay, so enhancing readability through document design. So expand the use of white space, okay, adding headlines, include bullets, using short sentences, write short paragraphs, setting effective margins. You want to make it easy for them to read. Okay, of course you already know how to do all that. So use 10 to 12 point font for most body text. I would never suggest using 10 point. I would always suggest using 12 point. If it needs to be a little bit bigger, you might want to use Arial instead of Times. Otherwise, always use Times, all else being equal. Okay. Learning outcome 4, identify proofreading problem or areas and apply smart techniques to catch mistakes in both routine and complex documents. I've written so many papers, I can't even remember half of them. And I put them through the spell check on Word. I put it through the vocabulary and grammar check that's on Perla, which is where I usually write my papers. And then I upload it to another one, and I still find errors in it. After 3 different electronic software programs go through it, and I still find errors with them. So be sure to be thorough with it. The more important the document is, the more you want to proof it. For spelling, grammar, punctuation, names and numbers, formatting, uh, try opening it with a different computer if you can too, because a lot of times formatting changes from one computer to the next. So if it's really important, you might want to email it to yourself and then open it on a different computer. And there's different methods of print proofreading. And then revise manually using proofreading marks. Insert space, insert punctuation. Those are the different ones you can use. And then the last one is evaluate a message to judge its effectiveness. Remember, the whole point of writing this is to be effective. If it's not effective, you wasted your time. Okay, so you want to make sure that everything's effective with what you're writing. Okay, is it polished and clear? Is it successful? Does it get the message across that you want to get across? It's like if someone makes a mistake, if a business makes a mistake, and then argues with you and finally gives you your money back, well, they just wasted their time because you're already mad at them. Now, if they right away offer to make it right, to give you your money back, to give you whatever you want, then all of a sudden you feel good about it. But if they give you your money back after you have to fight for it, then that is ineffective for customer service. Same thing goes for effective communication. You want to do the right thing first and then end it. So I hope you all have a good week, and I will see you next week via video.